Hello.
How's it
Good.
going?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Okay, we're all here.
Oh my. Okay.
Are you still driving?
Yeah, I just got coffee. I've been up since 4. Let's go.
Oh man, I need a coffee. I woke up I won't even lie, I woke up like an hour ago.
Oh my goodness. Rough night?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. I don't drink very much, but my friends took me out drinking last night, so
Night.
yeah.
Well, at least we had the interview later in the day where you had some time to rest.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how's it
It's
going?
going good. It's going good. Just enjoying the weekend, long week of school and stuff, so.
Yeah, I bet. Are you guys getting snow where you're at?
No, it's actually like it has not been a typical Canadian winter for us over here. It's pretty warm out actually. It was like 11 degrees yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in New Mexico and we just got snow this morning, so that
I, I
sucked.
I saw your post. I think you had like a stupid amount of
Well, that
snow outside your
was
door or
that
something
was
like that.
actually JoJo. She's in
Oh, okay,
Canada, so yeah,
okay.
she got hit hard.
Got you.
Like pretty
And
much all last week, she couldn't get out of her house.
She was sending me videos and stuff, and it was taller than her son, and I was just like, oh my god.
That's wild. Yeah, we have like 2 inches here, so it's nothing. But for New Mexico people, it's like, oh my god, it's snowing.
yeah.
Everybody freaks out.
So it's JoJo and
So I'm Jen. This is
Jen.
actually Cece.
Jen and Cece.
JoJo, yeah, JoJo had an emergency come up, so she couldn't make it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, she says hey.
Awesome. Hope she's doing all right.
Yeah, she's good. Thank you. I'll let her know. All right. Well, we will go ahead and get started. If anybody in the chat has any questions, just put them in there. We will try to get them answered for you. All right. So how did you get started with music?
I started writing when I was 16, but I come from like a family of musical oriented people. Like my brother was a DJ, so when I was young, I was always listening to him, like making beats and stuff, and that's what got me really interested in that side of things. Like I don't make beats, but like my beat selection definitely is influenced by my brother. My mom was in the industry. She was a PR for our publicist for Platinum Blonde, a pretty big band in Canada,
Oh, wow.
and she taught me. She gave me all the good music taste that I have today. So I have her to thank. And my dad was a drummer, so he listens to like a lot of grunge rock, which he introduced me to. A lot of Pearl Jam, one of my favorite bands, and
Yeah,
so I've really had like a musical upbringing.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how did you get into rapping?
Um. Yeah, I guess. Well, my brother was an artist. He was a rapper, and I looked up to my brother a lot. And I think when I was 16, I kind of just felt like I needed like a creative release. So I just started writing more so just like poems in sort of my phone, and then I just one day decided I'm gonna write write a rap, and all kind of went from there.
Yeah, JoJo is actually the one that sent me your video. She's like, hey, check this guy out. And I was like, hey, come on alive. And you're like, okay.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
know
was
it's so
like the
funny.
fastest we've ever booked an interview before.
Yeah, because like that was like the first day where I was like, you know what, like I should probably do the TikTok thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like seems like the way to go. So I posted that video, and then I think you commented like not even that long after I posted it, and I was like, wow, okay, cool, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because I remember the video. You're like, yeah, just getting started. Give me a follow.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, Sarah?
Right now I'm blanking. Give me about like
Oh, you're
5
all good.
minutes.
You're good. If you think of anything, just jump
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Um, are there any artists you would love to collaborate with if you could?
If I could, uh, I mean, I'm a huge Kendrick fan. Like that's like the dream. If I could ever collab with Kendrick, that would be super cool. Um, Yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought about that one. That's a good question. But definitely Kendrick. Um, uh, yeah. Hmm. Give me a second.
You're good.
That's a good one. Um,
We hit you with the hard questions.
yeah, absolutely. You know what I think would be pretty cool? I think this artist gets slammed a lot today, but like I think I could make a really cool track with Lord. I think that would be really,
Okay.
really cool.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. I love the different like genres blending together. So
Yeah. Yeah. I make like EDM infused hip hop. A lot of my newer stuff is going that route. So I feel like Lord would be like super cool on like an EDM track because I know she's done stuff with Flume, and like Flume's one of like my influences that made me realize like I really want to do the mix of like hip hop and EDM,
mhm.
and so like definitely listen to a lot of like the Lord tracks that he made with her. I think it would be really cool if I could do that one day.
That would be awesome. Who are some other influences you have?
Well, definitely my brother. He's on Spotify and stuff too. He doesn't make music anymore. He's a family man. He's got a kid and stuff. But
Yeah.
years ago, he was an artist under the name of L's Large, ELZ space Large, and a lot of his music influenced me. I think too when I really got into writing, my sort of like idols or people that I was learning from were definitely J. Cole and Kendrick. I remember when J. Cole's what is that album called? Oh, that's kind of embarrassing. I forget what it's called. But it's the I cannot remember. It's the one with KOD. Is the album called KOD? I think it's KOD. But yeah, the album that one because I remember it was when I first started really getting into writing, and I was working at Switch LA as a dishwasher,
Mhm.
and so I just had my headphones in all day, and I just listened to that album on repeat, and that's where a lot of my old tracks were actually just written in the dish pit of Swish LA. I would set my phone up, and I would use like the voice to text, and I would like say my verses while I'm like scrubbing dishes, and it would write it down, and then I go check it like when I'm on break, and I'm like, okay, so I have to like go through because it would obviously not detect all the words properly.
Right.
But yeah, that's sort of like the story of how I wrote like most of my like early tracks.
That's awesome. I know we've asked before if people have found inspiration in sounds like other than typical music, and a lot of people say like a dryer or a washing machine. Dishes is definitely a new one.
That's awesome.
What
The
is
dryer
your
and the washing machine. That's got to be an interesting story.
Right?
what is your dream venue?
My dream venue.
Yeah.
Um, that's a good one. I definitely want to go out to the States because I know they've got some pretty kick-ass venues. But one that really intrigues me is it's the what is that? The Sphere in LA, I think it's called.
Uh, Sphere. No, that's I think in Las Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas. Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I would love
that's
to do
pretty new.
something there. Like I saw the U2 clips of them performing there, and like it looked so cool. Just with all the screens, like the potential to do like some really creative stuff there would just be like insane. So definitely the Sphere,
Yeah, I would love to see a show there.
right?
That would be awesome. What is the best advice you've ever been
The best
given?
advice I've ever been given. Um, best advice I've ever been given. Um, well, my my grandfather told my mother this advice when she was younger, and it kind of resonated with me. And I think she's watching right now. But forgive me, mother, if I slaughter this, but it really resonated with me. It's um, love many, trust few, row your own canoe. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That
Paddle
is
your own canoe.
advice. Definitely mom advice for sure.
Definitely some mom advice, yeah.
That's awesome. And I know you mentioned you're a college student. Do you do a lot of live performing?
Yeah, so I actually work. Me and my one of my best friends. We started an event planning company called Crew to Ville. So it's been going on for I think 4 years now, and we've put on live events every year. Our last show we did at the biggest theater in Oshawa, the Biltmore Theater. There it is. There's mom coming in clutch. Love many, trust few, always paddle your own canoe. There it is.
Awesome. I'm remember that.
um, but yeah, so we threw a show at the Biltmore Theater in last August, and we had about 100 people come out to that one. We've had a couple shows prior. The first show was in his backyard, my buddy's backyard. We had about 80 people come out in the pouring rain, and we were like, if 80 people are going to come out, in the pouring rain, then we got something here. So
Wow.
I've been doing it for the last 4 years. And I've performed at some of the shows. Not every showcase we personally perform at. But I did perform at that one. And then I've also performed at gigs that weren't our own. So last summer, I opened for Young Stitch. He's a pretty big artist. He was on tour, and we performed in Toronto, which is pretty cool. So I'm definitely kind of a vet when it comes to getting on the stage. I don't really get those jitters anymore. It's kind of like my second home. So yeah, definitely live performance. But I've never done anything with the college yet, so that could be something.
Very cool. What's your favorite song to perform live?
My favorite song to perform live, actually, I would say it's actually one of my newer ones. It's called War, and I like that one because I can just belt that one out and have a bunch of fun. Like, there's a lot of like elongated, like some parts I'm like, I'm like screaming war, and it's just like, I don't know, it's super cool, it's super fun. I just get to wild out and like lose myself in. I find that one I lose myself the most in, and it's almost like the world shrinks a little bit. Like when I'm singing that one, it's just me and the stage. It's not like me and the rest of the world. It's kind of just like, it really brings me to like a really like, I want to say weird place, but like, it's good. It's not weird. It's just like, I feel like every artist kind of gets that. It's like when you really have a song that you love performing, you almost like lose yourself within that song. And it's like, it's an experience that like you can't really like, I can't like say how it feels with words. It's really something.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you have any pre-show rituals?
Pre-show rituals? I always have one beer and no more. And then I get drunk after the show. I don't really have, many like rituals per se. I sort of just go with the flow. Yeah, I don't smoke weed or anything. I don't do drugs. I'm pretty straight and narrow. I have been for the past couple of years, just because I started school, quit smoking weed. I don't do drugs. So I'm not living the Wolf of Wall Street life backstage or anything like that. So yeah, no, I just go with the flow. I like to kind of meet the people that get there, and just have a beer or two maybe, but I never overdo it. I always have one beer. I'd say that's the ritual. I always have at least one beer before I get on stage.
Yeah, that's good though, because nobody wants somebody out there all sloppy and
Exactly.
can't perform. Like, I've seen plenty of concerts where the singer gets out there and can barely sing and falling all over themselves. Like, I paid to see this shit. No.
Right? Yeah, I didn't pay for you to get wasted.
Right. You could do this after the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is your creative process like when you're making new music?
Yeah, my creative process is it's always late at night. It's always super late at night is when things come to me. Or at least recently. It's I find late at night, when there's no distractions, I'm able to sort of delve into what's going on in my life or what's going on around the world. I'm able to like think a little bit more in depth about the world around me and the life that I'm living, and I incorporate that into what I'm writing. Yes. So I'd say my creative process is just late at night, me and my notepad, just writing and I just write, and sometimes it's like 3 hours, then it's 6 in the morning, and I'm like, either I'm still going and I'm like, yeah, like I'm still on the trail here, I still have stuff to write, or sometimes you'll feel like the exhaustion and you're like, nothing I'm writing is making sense here, I should go to bed.
Yeah. Nice. Have anything, Sierra? I just don't want to keep talking and like cut
Oh
you
no,
off.
you're good. I would say, what is your drink of
My
choice?
drink of choice
Yeah,
used to be Jaeger bomb, but I had a couple bad experiences with some Jaeger bombs, so
Oh no.
I
can't do Jaeger
I
bombs
get
anymore.
that 100%.
Yeah, they can hurt.
um, a drink of choice, probably a Rickards Red. I love me a red. Just a good old Rickards Red.
Nice. What instruments do you play?
Um, I actually don't play any instruments, to be honest with you. I've been wanting to pick up the guitar, and I have before, but I've never learned it well enough to the point where I'm going to confidently tell you I play guitar.
No worries. Do you have any upcoming music or shows?
Um, so I have some music in the vault, which I'm super excited to release. And upcoming, did you say upcoming performances?
Yeah.
Uh, so we are planning, me and my event plan company, we're planning something for August. We're not too sure where it's going to be or what it's going to be, but I may be performing at that. So, keep your eyes out for that one. Um, but right now, I haven't really set any plans to perform just because I finished school in
Mhm.
April. So I'm kind of just like powering through that. Hello, Felicity. Um, but yeah, so nothing yet. But I always let everybody know when I got a show coming up. So
Awesome. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened at a
the
show?
craziest thing that's ever happened at a show? Oh man, I mean, we put on a show, and I'm not going to name any names because that would be unprofessional of me. But when you're an event planner, sometimes the artists are a bit tough to work with. And we had an artist. Um, we I made a contract basically saying like, and part of the contract it was like, hey, you got to be here like an hour. You got to be here for your sound check, and you have to be ready. Like I think it was like 30 minutes before your stage time, right? Dude misses his sound check. He gets there 10 minutes before his set. So we're pissed, right? We're not happy about it. And then he also violated a term of the contract where I said you can't stand on any of the equipment, you can't move any of the equipment, and he just slams his foot into the amp at the front of the stage, and I was just there like, no, like
Wow.
please take your foot off of it. And it was so that was hectic, and we ended up not paying him because we were like, dude, you violated your contract. Sorry, bro. But
Oh
yeah,
my
that
lord.
was that was an experience for sure. I mean, obviously, it shows you have your crazy drunk people, so those are stories within themselves. But there's so many of those that they all blend into one, and I couldn't accurately tell you one crazy drunk person story. So
Oh, I get it. Yeah. I've dealt with a lot of crazy drunk people,
I'm
so yeah,
sure.
it
Oh
makes.
yeah.
Did you get to your destination, Sierra?
Yeah, I just pulled in. I'm in a
That's
parking
good.
spot, so I'm chilling. I gotta see the crazy California streets.
Is there anything you do for fun outside of music?
um, outside, I'm super boring, dude. What the fuck?
I know a lot of people are like, what is there to do outside of music?
Yeah, right. Um, honestly, man, I play video games. I like video
Yeah,
games.
awesome.
I haven't had much time to play them recently just because of school and stuff. Which is probably a good thing. But I'm a gamer, I guess you could say.
What's your favorite game then?
I've been I've been I've been ripping Modern Warfare 3. That one's got my attention right now.
I think Sierra's a gamer too.
Yep,
90% of musicians play video games outside of music. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, that's so funny. My mom worked for a hotel I won't mention the name, but Snoop Dogg stayed there, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pay for the smoking charge. I'm gonna smoke a bunch of weed, and I'm gonna play Madden NFL in my hotel. Nobody bother me." And I just thought that was the coolest story.
That's awesome.
Makes sense.
Right? Pay enough, you can do anything you
Yeah,
want.
Oh yeah, yeah.
exactly. If you're Snoop Dogg, you're getting away with whatever you want. So, what how are you guys involved in the industry?
So we're not really. We just created this page because we love music, and one day we were just sitting around like, how can we help promote the artists that we love? And we just came up with this idea to start promoting and doing interviews with people online and getting them more access all around. Like, I'm in New Mexico, Sierra's in California,
Yeah,
Jojo's in Canada, Nikki's in Arizona, so we're just kind of all over the place, and we just like talking to people and getting the word out.
that's awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah.
I see you guys go to like live shows and stuff a lot too. So you guys are really out there like supporting every way you can.
Yeah, definitely. Like I've always been like super into music, and I can't play an instrument, so I'm like, what can I do to help? So yeah, I just do what I can.
That's
I
awesome.
don't really have the time to go to live performances, but I was a band kid for years. So
Okay.
I know.
What did you play?
Clarinet, tenor sax, alto sax.
Oh shit. I gotta get you featured on a track, ripping the brass.
Nope.
There you go, Sarah.
No.
Debut.
I'm good. I'll stay behind. I'll do the artwork. I'm Gucci. I'm chill.
Hell yeah. You do artwork?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, she you go to school for design, right?
Yeah, I would go to school for graphic design, which I'm actually at one of the schools I'm thinking about transferring to. So I can
Okay.
go into game development and graphic design.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
I'll hit you up for some artwork.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Any superpower?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Superpower. Superpower. I don't want to say a lame one that like everybody says. You know what I mean? Like I want mine to be cool, but like I feel like if I could fly, that'd be. I'm scared of heights. So what am I saying?
That's
Maybe I don't want to fly.
that is actually we talked to this band Royal Hearts last week, and the singer said the same thing. He's like, I'd love to fly, but I'm scared of heights. He's like, I'd be the worst superhero ever because I could be like, I can fly, but I
I'd
don't
be like,
want to.
I can fly, and then I'd like hover like 3 feet, and I'd be like, can you go higher? I'd be like, yeah, but like no.
That's awesome.
Let me think. Oh, you know what? I would definitely want to talk to animals. If I could speak with animals, that'd be super fucking cool. I could like come home and be like, my cat, just go up to the store and be like, what's up? And he'd be like, what's good, homie? And I'd be like, you want food? And he'd be like, fuck yeah, I want food. And I'd be like, got you. You know what I mean?
That
That'd
would
be
be
great.
a really cool superpower.
What about you? What would you guys' superpowers be?
Probably just teleporting. Like I love traveling, but I hate the time it takes to get there. So I just like, take me here, and then just poof, be there.
Yeah. No, I wish. I feel like that's better because there's so many times where I'm like, I have to go do this thing, but I really don't want to move. You know,
Yeah.
Right?
teleportation.
I would say like the ability to like change into like animals, because then I could have like everything basically.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good
that's true. Oh, that's a cheat code. Oh, you were thinking. You were thinking.
It's the same thing I've been saying since I was in like grade school. My teachers asked me, and I was like, yeah, the ability to like change into animals. It could be real animals, it could be fiction.
Damn. That's a good one. I'm
That
gonna use that one. I'm stealing that one.
Yeah, I think the funniest one I ever heard is this summer I went to Memphis Mayfire in a Treyu show, and they had a pre-show like VIP Q&A thing, and everybody had to ask a question, and I'm like, shit, what do I ask? So I just like, what would your superpowers be? And one of the guitarists from Atreyu said, if he could have any superpower, he'd just like anybody that inconvenienced him, he'd like make them have massive diarrhea.
Oh, that's amazing.
He's like, I don't want to physically harm anybody, but like, ooh, you cut me off in traffic, boom, diarrhea. I was like, okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Maddie from Memphis Mayfire was like, yeah, that's called the Taco Bell
That's
effect.
the Taco Bell. That's too good.
Oh, goodness. I'm trying to think of a question.
You guys
You
are all
got
good.
anything, Sierra?
Um, I guess what are you going to school for?
I take music business management.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm learning all the background stuff of the music industry. I think a lot of artists don't understand how the industry works, and that can get pretty scary for artists. You know, a lot of artists don't understand contractual terms. They don't understand mechanical rights, performing rights. So that's all super important stuff to know as an artist, because if you want to have a career that's going to have longevity, then you're going to want to understand the inner workings of the music industry. So um, that's sort of why I took the course. I want to be an educated artist. I don't want to just put my music out and hope for the best. I want to come at it from a strategic angle.
Yeah. No, it's very smart. Because, not a lot of people have that knowledge, and then they end up making deals with people that don't have their best interest in
Absolutely.
mind. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it happens in the art of negotiation, says my mother.
Yeah.
Yes, the art of negotiation for sure. I mean, you see like massive artists. There's even like historical artists that have been absolutely screwed from the contracts they've signed. I think a big one is Prince, because they basically owned his name and everything that he was making, and he had. I forget the intricacies of it, but I did a paper on it. They basically owned everything, and they were pretty much draining all of his ROIs, his return on investments. And so he actually changed his name to the Squiggle. I don't know if you guys remember when Prince
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
literally changed his name to a symbol, and he did that so that he could sort of like loophole get out of his contract, his royalties. Thank you, mom. Yeah, so all of his royalties were being taken by the label, and he was making very little. So yeah, he changed his name, but it's just things like that. Like I think 30 Seconds to Mars, is it the one with Jared Leto? There, they had a whole documentary on how they were in a bad deal. So many bands and artists just enter these deals that seem like they're going to be good, and then they start blowing up, and they realize that the percentages are not in their favor, and they're making very little, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it happens all the time in the industry. So
Yeah, like Joel Madden, the singer of Good Charlotte, he has a podcast where he talks to different artists and stuff, and he talks about that a lot. Like him and his brother created the Madden
mhm,
company, and essentially they help artists to not have to go through what they went through, and
mhm.
try to teach people about not falling into those traps and things like that. So that's
Yeah,
pretty cool too.
absolutely.
Always read your
Always,
contracts.
yeah.
Always read.
Is there any of your songs that you've made that have resonated with you personally, the most, and why?
Um, resonated with me the most. Uh, a lot of them do. A lot of them are really personal. Um, I, like all of them are personal. Some are more in your face personal, and some are a little bit, you wouldn't know that I'm equating what I'm writing to myself, my own life.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them are personal. Like, hmm, I did write a song that's not out yet. It's called "Running for the Hills," and that one was about my partner who left me. And that kind of like, I've gotten over it now, but that one definitely stung. So um, I felt like I had to write about it. I had to like, release that sort of like that like energy, that like that was sort of just like resonating within me, that kind of bad energy, the I guess depression you could say. And I just figured like I'm just like sitting here sad too much. Like I need to like write about it and forget about it. And like I feel like that one resonates with me. I almost don't like listening to it now because it's like I poured out, you know, so much of like some of my deepest emotions into it, that like it almost like makes me reminisce on like that feeling. And I'm glad I got it out there. I'm glad I recorded it. That one should be coming out soon, but it's definitely not something I'm going to perform live or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, definitely because it just it was a tough one to even write. So yeah,
I get
yeah.
that.
But in terms of like the music I have released, you know, like I have a song called Die Alone, and that song was just like, um, I have like, I'm a very like introvert, I'm an introverted extrovert. So like as much as like I'll have a great time going out and stuff, like my battery runs low so quickly. So
Mhm.
like, you know, I'm like, hey bro, like are we leaving soon? And they're like, no, we're staying for the next hour. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, another hour. And then like when I'm going home, I'm like, oh, my mom loves Too Soon. That's a good one. I love Too Soon, but Too Soon didn't resonate with me that much because it was just like me having like fun in the studio, and it was kind of like me. It was a song about me kind of like trying to find the right girl, and obviously I didn't. But that one was just fun. That one was a fun one to do. I forget what I was saying earlier, but screw it, whatever.
About being
Since
the
your battery
extrovert
Oh
and introvert.
like
yeah.
going
So like,
woo.
yeah, like as much as I love like, you know, going out and partying and stuff, my like even when I'm performing, man, like I'll have so much fun performing, and it's such a boost of energy, and I'm like, yeah. But then the best part of my night is when I get home and I see my bed. That's the best, dude. That's the best.
No, I feel that. I feel that on a deep level because I'm like, I love going to shows. I love going out and meeting people. And then I'm like, okay, show's over. Let's go home and go to bed.
Yeah, honestly, like get me a 10-piece chicken nugget and then send me home, please.
Yeah,
I
You know what I
will only ever stay in the
exactly.
venue for 30 minutes and then I want to leave.
mean? Yeah, I feel you.
So,
Yeah, that's awesome though. That's what I love about music is like the song you were talking about losing your partner. Like for you as an artist, that's like a great way to get all of that out. And then for somebody
Mhm.
listening that may relate to that, you know, that's definitely therapeutic on the listener side
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely. And I hope like at the end of the day, like I do want to have a successful career, but like if I could just have people like listen to my music and um, kind of feel how I felt when I was writing it, um, and and just feel something, is beautiful. Like I think I have like 30 monthly listeners, and that's amazing. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, it's 30 people, that's nothing." But then like you have to think about it. It's like that's like 30 individual people taking their time to listen to your music, and it's like that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
So at the end of the day, I just hope that like my music not only resonates with myself but with other people. That's all I care about.
exactly. And you're definitely in it for the right reasons then with that. What's the first concert you ever went to?
Uh, first concert I've ever gone to. Is my mom still here? She probably remembers.
about the first one, then you
Mom,
remember.
this is
Mama,
like the
what's the first
equivalent of
concert
phone
we
a
went to?
friend.
I forget. I forget. I mean, I've
Yeah,
seen. Oh, you know,
congrats.
oh, I saw Anthrax.
That's what mom
Anthrax
said.
was dope. Oh, was it Anthrax? You know what? I think that was the second concert I went to. I saw Headley when I was like
I
10.
remember Headley.
Yeah. Yeah, remember those days?
Hmm.
Oh my God. Um, so yeah, I think my first concert was Headley, and then I saw Anthrax, which was badass, dude. I love metal shows. The energy is so cool. Like people just give no fucks at metal
Me
concerts, and I love it.
too.
Like I think I think I saw when I went to Anthrax, there were like kids that like obviously like didn't buy a ticket, or they were like in the nosebleeds, and they were just like hopping fences, running from security. Like it was the coolest shit I've ever seen. Like, I wish hip hop shows have that energy, but they're a little bit more tame. Metal shows, dude, people are like, if I die tonight, it's okay. And I love that energy, dude. I love it. But yeah, and then I also saw Chance in Toronto, Chance the Rapper. I saw J. Cole. J. Cole was one of the coolest shows, I swear to God, I've ever been to. He had like SWAT officers take him out, and he was in like cuffs and in a prisoner outfit, and like it was the coolest intro to a concert I've ever seen. And then another cool thing, one of my buddies, Gino, that I went to like grade school with, he's like 5'2", right? He's like the smallest guy I know. Short king, no disrespect to that, but J. Cole was like, "Who's that little man right there?" And then they put him on the screen, and I'm like, I had to like take a double take. It was my buddy Gino from grade school, and then he gets up and he starts singing with J. Cole, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So that was that was super cool. And then yeah, I saw Post Malone, which I cried. I'll admit, I cried at the Post Malone concert. That was great. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the concerts I've gone to.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love what you were talking about with the metal shows, about like how anything goes. The Amity Affliction had posted this guy that went to one of their shows. He was in the pit, got his nose busted, like blood gushing down his face, and he refused to be seen by medics until the band left the stage. He's like, "I'm not missing this. I'm not missing."
That's dedication, dude. That's fucking dedication. We went to I was 8. We went to Motley Crue. Oh, I don't even remember that.
Nice.
Wow. See, my mom made sure my music taste was good.
Yeah.
100%.
That's great. What is your favorite restaurant?
I'm gonna be honest, because I'm a cheap bastard. I love, if I have a little bit of money, I will go to Eastside Mario's. Okay, here's a little hack. All right. So if you order a meal that comes with unlimited soups and salads, you go there, you order your meal, you eat a shit ton of salad, and then you box up your meal, and you got a meal for the next night. That's how it's done. That's my go-to, honestly.
There you go. Does pineapple go on pizza?
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah,
100% it does.
yeah.
There's probably going to be some people that, might dig up this archive, and they're like, AUXV likes pineapple on pizza, cancel them. But I stand by what I say. It definitely belongs on pizza.
I'm actually surprised with as many people as we've interviewed that like pineapple on pizza.
I put green olives on it too. I'm weird.
To each their own, but yeah, I thought there was a lot more people that didn't, but there's actually a lot more people that do.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think you'll be canceled for that.
Okay. Hey, that's good. That's good to know.
Let's see.
Do you guys?
No.
Sorry. Do you guys? I don't know if you guys listen to like a lot of my catalog or anything like that, but do you guys have a song that like kind of like resonated with you a little bit?
I actually really like Die Alone, and that's why I put it in the promo thing for today.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I definitely need to listen to more. But yeah, what I've heard is awesome.
I was listening to everything that's on Apple, and I just liked it all. There's no way to pick a favorite.
Oh, yeah, really? That's so nice.
Had a lot of like collabs with other artists.
Yeah.
Really cool too.
Yeah.
I saw some of those.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. That means the world.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that one you sent me too. Can't remember the name of it right now. The one we did the first promo with.
Oh, Too Soon?
Yes. Love that one.
Awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome. Where do you get inspiration for your music?
Where do I get inspiration for my music? Definitely like I use a lot of Well, a lot of my beats are made by this guy named Keenan Belsner. He's a pretty big EDM producer in Montreal, and he's always like, whenever we like link up and stuff, like he sort of like guides me, and he's like, this is what I think we should do, and I'm like, okay, this is the vibe I'm going for, and we'll just sit there. Like, I think a couple weeks ago I went to Montreal just to shoot the shit with him, and we stayed up till like 5 in the morning, just like recording stuff, and he was making beats, and I was like, "Yo, do this." So he inspires me a lot because he always teaches me a lot of like new stuff, or he'll show me new sounds. So he inspires me a lot. He's the reason that I have such a big catalog, because like as a young kid and I didn't have a lot of money, he would just tell me like, "Dude, just like, come over and we'll work on stuff." And I was like, "Man, I don't have money to pay you or anything." He's like, "It's all right, dude. Like, I've known you since like high school. Like, it's fine." So he's kind of like an idol for me. Like, I really respect him. And I love his music too. He doesn't like hardcore EDM stuff, but he's never opposed to challenging himself to make like a hip hop beat, or like a Suicide Boys sounding beat. Because back in the day, I used to make a lot of Suicide Boys type stuff. But I kind of found that like if I did that too much and I listened to too much Suicide Boys, like it was sort of dampering my my mood and kind of messing with my emotions. So that's why I kind of made the shift into like the EDM hip hop stuff, because it sort of brings like a lighter feel to the music, and I think that's cool. I think Too Soon is like, it can be listened to anybody and sort of is a good kind of like pump up track a little bit. And I think I definitely don't want all my music to, put you in a bad mood. But I got off topic there, so sorry.
Good.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
so like inspiration for making music, I definitely just listen to a lot of like artists like Kendrick and Flume, and stuff like that. And I don't really listen to a lot of newer stuff. I really don't know how I feel about the current state of hip hop. It's kind of sad. A lot of it feels like a lot of it feels sort of gimmicky. Like even Drake, I love Drake, but I only ever listen to his stuff from like way back. And I still listen to it regularly. So a lot of that stuff has a lot of an influence on my music. But it's definitely a lot of like mid 2000s hip hop, and and a lot of like EDM. And I listen to a lot of weird stuff because my music's pretty experimental. Um, but I like it that way. Like I've always been a fan of like Die Antwoord. Their music's super cool and out there. And just a lot of underground stuff. There's an artist called Scary Gary, and he makes like anti-music. And for a long time, like his music was considered like trash, and people just like absolutely trashed him until years later when people realized like, no, it's just like super experimental stuff that like nobody's really done. Um, so yeah, I listen to I hate to say, I listen to a little bit of everything, because I think everybody says that, but like I really do. Like if you go on Spotify, I have like playlists with like 80 hours of music, and it's like everything. I've just been like looking under rocks for like little hidden gems, and I'll just like add them to the playlist. Like I really love underground music, not just to be a hipster and say I found them first, but just also because underground music, a lot of it doesn't adhere to the industry standards of making music, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I love that. I love when people bring different influences in, and that's why people like you that listen to everything, which, a lot of people do. I mean,
Hmm.
my Spotify playlists are exactly the same. It's like goes here and there and everywhere, and I don't know, it's random.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I don't know if you know who Icy Stars is, but they're like metalcore, but then they also have this like EDM feel to them. It's just like experimental, and it just mixes together really well. So I love artists like that don't just stick to like a certain genre, or like, oh, put me in this box of
Hmm.
whatever. I love when you can listen to an album and you're getting like all kinds of different sounds in it.
Absolutely. What was that band called? I wouldn't mind checking
I
them
see
out.
stars.
I See Stars. Okay, yeah, I'll check them out. That sounds cool.
Awesome. Yeah, they've been around a while. They went on a hiatus for a minute. They actually took Bad Omens on tour. Like when Bad Omens was first starting, they took Bad Omens on their first
Really? Wow.
tour. Went on a hiatus last year. They came back. Bad Omens took them on tour. So it was like
Shit.
a full circle moment. But yeah, they're awesome. And yeah, so they their last like actual album was I think like 2016, but they just released an EP like a couple months ago. I have to check it out. It's really good.
I will do that for sure.
Awesome. All right, well, what is the best way people can support you? Do you have merch?
So I don't have merch out right now, but I would say I am on my road to 1,000 TikTok followers so I can go live on there. That is sort of my goal. And yeah, honestly, the best way you can support me is just by streaming my music and following me on all platforms. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok now. I have yet to really propel my X account as I'm not a fan of X, but I know, I'm in a publicity and promotions class, and they're like, you got to use X and you got to do this. And I'm like, I don't want to do all that stuff. I hate social media, but at the same time, it's like, all right, yeah, like that's the thing with TikTok. Like I had TikTok for years just watching like stupid videos, and then I was like, I should probably use this not just for like memes, but like to promote myself or something, like be an artist. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it, fine.
Like follow and share. Yeah.
Like, follow, and share.
We'll tell everybody to go follow you on TikTok.
I appreciate it so much.
Of course. Did you have anything else, Sierra?
I mean, Samoan metal is kind of what I listen to.
Samoan metal?
Samoan metal, interesting.
What? Okay. Dude, that's new for me.
Samoan
Samoan metal
is like, honestly, the way I wake up in the morning, since I work at like 3 a.m., is like what I listen to.
Where do you work that you have to get up at 3 a.m.?
I work at a theme park, Lego.
What? That's fucking sick, dude. That's fucking dope, dude.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I literally have Legos on my keys, so I have the
Man, I used to. That's fucking dope. That's hard. I used to love Lego, man. I used to fucking love Lego.
Hey, we have adult sets now.
All right, Jojo just came in the chat a few minutes ago. Did you have anything, Jojo?
She wants Legos.
Okay, Jojo, I will send you Legos. We have a 50% off day coming up soonish.
All right. Well, this was super fun. We can't wait. We can't wait to hear your new music, and we will definitely tell everybody to like, follow, and stream all your music.
Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And let us know when you have anything new coming out, and we'll promote it for you.
Will do.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, have a good rest of your day.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.